Okay, here we go. Eggplant parmesan with ricotta cheese. All right, now here's what I have is 15 ounces of ricotta cheese and 1 egg. I'm going to mix those together. I'm also going to add some black pepper, a little bit of salt, granulated garlic, and chopped parsley. Okay, you need, and 1 egg into the ricotta. All right. Now, at the end here, I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of pancake batter, the dried pancake mix. All that does is give it a little bit of, a little bit of body. You can use flour if you want. I like using pancake mix. Okay, there goes the pepper, the parsley. There goes the garlic. Quite a bit of garlic. And then just a little bit of salt because it's pretty flavorful already. It doesn't need a lot of salt, just a little bit. All right, mix that up. Chopped parsley, 1 egg, 15 ounces of ricotta, garlic, black pepper, and that's it. All right, mix that up. At the end, you'll see I use 3 tablespoons of pancake powder or pancake mix. Okay, now you need an egg wash or a breading station. Now, here's the eggplant. You can peel it if you want, or you can leave it unpeeled. The skin on the eggplant is a little bit bitter, so I like to peel it. But, it depends on your taste. You can leave it, you can leave the skin on. Now, what I did there was I just ran them under water, under cold water, just to get them wet so that the flour will stick. You need to set up a breading station. A breading station is flour, egg, and then breadcrumbs. In the breadcrumbs I have, those are plain breadcrumbs. Now you can buy Italian breadcrumbs if you want. I just use plain because not everything I bread I want Italian. So what I did was I added to those breadcrumbs, I added the rest of that parsley. I added black pepper, salt, granulated garlic, and oregano. Okay, that's what I added into those breadcrumbs. So I basically made them Italian breadcrumbs. But they started out, they were just regular breadcrumbs. Like I say, I don't buy the Italian ones because, there's other things you want to do that you don't want Italian breadcrumbs. You just want regular breadcrumbs. If I had some bread in the freezer, some homemade bread, I would have made breadcrumbs, but I don't have any. So, here we go. What that is over there is 2 eggs and some water. The little bucket there of flour is just regular flour. It's not seasoned. The breadcrumbs are seasoned. The flour isn't. Okay, so I'm just breading all these. Try to keep one hand dry and one hand wet. That way you won't end up with a big blob of stuff on your one hand. If you get your hand wet and then you add it to the breadcrumbs, you're going to end up with you're going to end up breading your hand, So try to keep one hand wet and one hand dry. I know it's a little bit hard, but, try. My right hand there is the wet one. My left one is the dry one. And, okay, as soon as I get all these things breaded, I'm going to put them in the fryer. Now, there's 2 ways to cook them. You can saute them in a large saute pan on the stove, or you can deep fry them. I chose to deep fry them just so that it's a quick hurry up thing. All right, don't put too many in because, of course, they won't cook. But I put, I don't know, 5 or 6 in there, and I put the basket on top of them to hold them underneath the grease so that they cook quicker. Both sides will cook. the top and the bottom. I don't have to flip them over. Okay, now they're all cooked. All right, I kind of speeded up the video. They're all cooked. Now here comes the 3 tablespoons of Hungry Jack pancake mix. I know it sounds weird, but believe me, it's nice. It gives it some body. All right, there it is. Hungry Jack pancake. Just add 3 tablespoons to the 15 ounces of ricotta, 1 egg, parsley, salt, pepper, and garlic. All right. Now, here's what I did with the spaghetti sauce, with the red sauce. What I did was I took a large container of ragu and I added some onions to it. I sweated the onions in olive oil. Okay? I added those to it, and I also added 1 jar of water. So in other words, you have 1 jar of ragu, and I added 1 jar of water. Then I put it on the stove, and I let it reduce a little bit. I added, like I say, onions and water. Okay, so I let it reduce. That way you end up with twice as much sauce. Okay, then I put the eggplants in the pan here with the ricotta cheese. 1 layer of ricotta. All right, and I chopped up a couple eggplants there to fill up the gaps. Okay, you got 2 layers of sauce. Now I'm going to add, I had 12 ounces of mozzarella cheese. So I'm going to add the mozzarella to it. Everything goes into a 350-degree oven. There it is. Comes out of the oven. Let it sit for a good 20 minutes. And that way it'll firm up. All right. I have a little piece of garlic bread there. And the eggplant now is completely cooked. There's a little bit of sauce on the right that I had left over. Okay, there you go. Oh, man, this stuff is the best. I got to tell you. All right, scrape that out. Put that on there. Add a little sauce to it. You don't have to add sauce if you don't want. Okay, and that's it. I mean, you know, I got to tell you, you might find this somewhere else around town, but you're not going to find it any better than this. Okay, I got to go. I got to eat.